across the 30 to the 31. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A nice carry by Akers, and what a journey it was for him last season. Coming off of injury, away from the team for a while. He did come back later in the season and led them with almost 800 yards. Still scratching the surface of what he can do. He can be a dynamic presence on the field.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Open man is Atwell, complete. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So we have 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Omaha, ready to move.
Stafford looks to throw again. Akers back-to-back catches. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Akers is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams have come back to make it a 2-point game. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the two-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Purdy now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Purdy on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On first down at Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here now a 3rd and 20. Now Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Boy, shifts past him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Dancing away at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Niners on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Purdy. That is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense. offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. At the 31-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5.
At the Niners' 20-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This for a 4th quarter lead. Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Akers. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Ray McLeod to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Purdy and the Niners down by 5, 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's Purdy. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Purdy to throw. He'll buy some time right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Purdy with the throw that's caught by Samuel. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Purdy. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Purdy to throw.
Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Purdy will throw for it.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now it's the Rams' turn, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
It's a loss of a yard.
Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
Now Stafford. He's got a man complete.
He's to the 15.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last throw here for Stafford.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield.
It's Madden NFL.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
McLeod now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And what a start to the season he's had. 10 touchdowns through the first 2 weeks. Now, we won't start playing the game of what kind of pace is he on, because it is a long year. But at the very least, he's got to be the front runner for NFL Offensive Player of the Month for September.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
They go play action here. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike.
Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find Hodgins there, complete.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Purdy now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Purdy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. A first down carry for Barkley.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 128 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He'll return it from the 6. being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's complete to the tight end, Warner.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Purdy. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. O'Shane Ximines collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Here's Purdy.
And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And it is caught. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Jones. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut about back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 15.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they're bringing him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to divert some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
This one caught by Kittle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Walter.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Second and a couple. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants.
Isaiah Hodgins
from 8 yards out.
And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Here's the Giants.
Now getting set to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll be incomplete.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
This is taken at the 18.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
They go play action here. Purdy
completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And they're going to speed things up here.
On first down, it's Purdy. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk. A 15-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. That's complete to his tight end Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
16 yards. First down, New York.
Back to throw. Jones.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Fights off the defender, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 4.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown here in the new campaign.
And the Niners are an extra point away from going up by 30.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Let's go.
Purdy on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And quickly they get to the line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Giants on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jones going to get this one complete to Saquon.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 49ers 43-yard line.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And we'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Giants 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Now 2nd and 3. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun. Jones.
That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Purdy off the play fake. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
This one caught by Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident. Looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.